Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about shark sightings that we have been seeing all over Florida, mostly on the East Coast. I am here on a stormy day on the southwest coast of Florida, and because of these videos that are surfacing, I just want to share with you some tips about what to do if you are concerned about sharks. Now, the recent shark sightings really are due to global warming, and the reason for that is that the sharks are attracted to smaller fish, which they're all finding their way to the warmer waters, and so that's why they're coming closer to shore. Some tips are: try not to swim during the dawn or twilight hours, at dusk, sunset. That's the feeding time for sharks, so you don't want to be in their feeding ground. The other thing is, don't wear shiny jewelry or shiny clothing. I've actually seen parents dress their daughters up in these bathing suits that have reflective sequin type material on them, and if you don't want your kids to be eaten by sharks, don't dress them up like a fish. Important thing to remember is that shark sightings are extremely rare, and shark attacks even more so. Usually it's when humans do something to agitate them. The only shark attack that I really remember hearing about was 10 or 15 years ago when I lived on Anna Maria Island up north, the coast from here, and there were some fishermen who thought it would be fun to throw chum in the water. That's a fancy word for bait and scraps of dead fish, and they threw them in the water and then they jumped in. What could possibly go wrong? One of them lost a leg, and of course all the media was over that saying shark attacks. Well, no, humans were just being stupid. Now, there are 5K races all up and down the coast of Florida. This one from Venice, very near Casperson Beach, where I was just at this weekend, saw tons of small fish in the water, so that may be a sign that sharks will be finding their way a little bit further in toward the coastline. So just important to be hyper vigilant, and if you swim with a group, that's really important. Also, swim near a public beach where you have the lifeguards. You can see the lifeguards stand behind me, and you can actually see, I think if we go in a little bit closer, there's a flag flying on the lifeguard stand, and that will tell you everything you ever want to know. You can look it up online what it means. They've got a yellow flag up today. I wouldn't recommend going in the water with the surf as rough as it is from our storms, and but it'll also tell you what critters are in the water. Sometimes there will be stingrays when they are mating later in the summer, and those are not fun if you get stung by one. My daughter was actually stung by one, and it just caused a lot of pain. But again, you just have to be hyper vigilant and keep looking down in the water if you have any concerns. Or stay on a raft and you're in good shape. The most important thing is not to worry, because these sightings and bites are just so rare, and it's incredible that we can live this close to the beach. Also important to support the environmental groups, the conservation groups that support the survival of the sharks, because we need them for our environment. We need them for biodiversity, because when we take one species out of the equation, it messes up the whole thing. So I know it may seem that sharks are vicious and terrible things, and why did nature invent them in the first place? But there are many reasons that we need sharks, so please try to leave them alone and do the research about them. If you've had any encounters with a shark or any other critter of the ocean, please drop them in the comments below, or any questions you have about what it's like to live here in Southwest Florida. Again, just love days like today when there's nobody here and it's a little rowdy, but this is what the natives here live for, when the tourists actually go home and we can enjoy so much of what this place has to offer when it's not crowded. And there's plenty of times like that. All right, everyone, gotta run. Don't forget to like and subscribe.